G'day and welcome to another Food, Wine, Pets Travel podcast. I'm Brian Pickering.
And I'm Kay Brown. Together, we're on a zig-zag tour of Australia, keeping a very close eye out for the smaller, less commonly mentioned locations, like Miriam Vale, a very pretty little Queensland town located roughly halfway between Bundaberg and Gladstone. Now, both Wikicamps and various Facebook groups recommended Miriam Vale's local pub would be a great place to stay overnight.
And it was.
Taking advantage of the fact that it's a free camp, kind of, there was a bit of an implied hint we could return the favour by purchasing a drink or two and even a meal. Turns out that was a pretty good decision because not only were the meals we ordered typically huge and country-style yummy, but we also learned a lot about the town and its history from the locals.
Absolutely. Things like there's only one or two timber cutters still operating in the Miriam Vale area right now. Most of the original timber cutting mills shut down in the 50s apparently due to Queensland Rail introducing concrete slabs under the rail lines. The sandy soil in the region once produced Aussie's most sought-after tobacco, but it's no longer grown here, although there are still some dairy farms operating locally.
I think the cows like the fresh grass.
I think so.
So while people still love to live in Miriam Vale, they are doing it tough. To find work, many locals have to travel to Gladstone, and that's about an hour's drive away. But the spirit of this town is alive and well. There's an op shop, a general store, a service station, and a post office, and loads of real characters.
Real characters.
Like Mitch Brennan. He's the owner of the Miriam Vale pub, and he took us on a tour and revealed why more people should drop in for a taste of fair dinkum Aussie history, complete with genuine antique memorabilia.
We're at the where are we?
We're at the Miriam Vale Hotel in Queensland.
Yeah, where's that close to?
I don't know. Let's ask someone who knows, the owner of this fine establishment. Mitch, nice to meet you, Mitch Brennan.
Nice to meet you both.
Yeah.
And where are we in comparison to places that listeners would know?
Okay, we're halfway between Bundaberg and Gladstone.
That's a pretty nice spot. It certainly is a very quirky hotel that you've got here, though. I'm looking around at some of the amazing objets d'art.
Yes.
That's objects of art. I'm looking at a beer and there's horns and things. Describe it for those who can't see it.
I've tried to create an old school pub. It's an old school pub. It was built in 1897, originally 3 kilometres down where the rodeo grounds are now, but it got flooded twice in a year, so they cut it in half and brought it up by bullock wagon and sat it here. The story goes that it used to face this way. That was the front of the pub, and then when they put the railway line through, they made it from the pub face the railway line, because obviously back then that was a major part of the town. Yeah, everything that I've got on the walls there is either belongs to me or has been donated by local people. So it's, like the horns and the old signs and just the old hats and the whatnots. It's
I love it. Memories from way back of seeing people buying things like cold duck.
Yes.
Which was a ghastly drink, apparently.
Yes. And then that beautiful sign. The story behind that was about 6 months ago, a local guy that lives here, he came and said to me, he said, "I've just cleaned out my father's shed." And he said, when I was 17 years old, he said, I stole a sign from the Miriam Vale pub after football one day. So he brought it back 6 months ago and I hung it on the wall, and he's now 57. So it's been in his dad's shed for about 40 years.
Well, it's good to see that the town is full of honest people.
Yes, very honest.
And a bit like we were accidentally not charged for dinner, so we came and paid the bill this morning.
Very nice, yeah.
Which was a unique way of us getting him to talk. Yeah.
So what about some of these other things? There is the beer. What's the story behind the beer?
Okay, every November we do a Miriam Vale Hotel woodshop.
Right.
It's a huge day. We do everything from like axes, chainsaws, crosscut sawing. We have the old guys that cut the sleeves with the buzz saws.
Yeah.
In the Bundy Bear, there's a guy by the name of Matt Bird. He's a chainsaw carver, so he carved that. When it went up for auction, and I had to buy it because it had to come into the pub. So that was carved in 4.5 hours out of a 7-foot high blue gum log.
Wow.
That had been laying on the ground for about 7 or 8 months, so it sort of started to dry out a little bit. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
It's gorgeous. I could spend hours just talking about it. So There are so many different little pieces of art, but if someone comes across something that they think might be suitable, should they get in touch?
Oh, that'd be fantastic, yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the best way to do that? Have you got a website?
Yeah, yep, we've got a miriamvalehotel.com.au. We're on Facebook. I've just got Instagram up and going thanks to my brother. It just seems to be the big thing now.
He's the younger brother, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Insta, you don't say
Insta,
gram.
yeah, Insta.
that's- Oh.
Hashtag. Everything's hashtag.
Yeah. Good on you.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for having a chat with us today, and we look forward to coming back again.
Definitely, yeah. It was great to meet you, and I'm glad you enjoyed your stay.
Absolutely. Best steak I've had in years. Huge.
Great. Awesome.
Thank you.